going to explain that smile, Mr. Catalina?
If anyone asks, Cattle's just very
I
happy with
imagine
himself
after
right now.
some moments of sitting in silence, yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll spill the beans. So Mr. Hinktar's on the run, right? He has attempts on his life right now. He's feeling pretty bad. However, if he can somehow finally like make up for his failings earlier by finally catching up with the person that he's supposed to get information from,
Are you
that
suggesting that we hang the suit rat out on the line? Says Tremmy.
we're not, we're just gonna well, we're not gonna necessarily abandon Winnie. No, don't get me wrong.
But you're
She's
going
just
to
part
use
of
her
this
as
group,
bait.
pretty much.
I don't think I appreciate that.
Well, we can always try shooting
got it.
at their ship. Remember, we're talking about the Eclipse here. He's not gonna kill Winnie if he doesn't have a good reason to. She's got information, so she's more valuable to him alive
And there's
than
no
dead.
reason that we send her Winnie with to him alone.
Of course not.
Winnie, how do you feel about this?
It's just a suggestion, Winnie. You don't have to agree to it, of course.
Not great, but I mean, I don't mind giving them information.
He's using words to trick you, Winnie. He's making it sound like you have a choice, but really you don't.
Have you realized that is exactly what Cattle Olan does in every situation?
Yes, I have realized it. He's a tricky Solarian. And I don't mind most of the time. Usually I make money off of whatever it is that he does, but Winnie's my friend. And a damn good mechanic. She's able to keep this piece of shit together. No offense.
Which
She
is
says
why
to Winnie.
there would be no risk to Winnie during all of this. If this Volus wants to talk with Winnie, then yes, we suggest that we meet. We suggest that she is allowed on his ship, or that there is an alternate meeting place, some
A neutral
minor
meeting
space
ground.
station. And while we're there, we have I most likely, because I can be subtle with her, and then I take the Volus's head off.
Okay. Getting paid sounds great. Don't get me wrong. That sounds amazing. But what if he knows that she's already gone and passed in the information to the Blue Suns? What if he thinks, because he knows who you guys are, what if he thinks you're still working for the Blue Suns and he thinks this is a trap? Then who's to say he'll show up at all? Who's to say he doesn't just send his fighters in to do the job while he's off safe elsewhere?
Because he'll be curious. There's no reason for Winnie to walk up to him if that's the case. Why did she do that? Find out. He is the gentleman that we have been told that he is.
There's a difference between curiosity and desperation.
There?
He's got people hunting him right now. If his one chance to get out of this alive is to make up with the Eclipse, which is what I imagine is his one way out of this alive, then he might be desperate enough to do that. And this also means we don't have to take this rust bucket and try to outfight a VIP transport.
Listen, I'm just saying I don't like you hanging out Winnie as your bait. But that's just
I don't like it either.
That's just my 2 cents. It's Winnie's life and her choice. I just don't want her getting
Say
tricked
you
up
don't like
by your
it, but
words.
you were awfully smiley like a second ago.
Well, I mean, I do like the idea of getting paid.
No, I'm talking to Cattle. So, I'm not happy about it, but I was like, you seem kind of happy about it.
It's because I finally figured out a way that we don't have to fight that bloody ship of theirs.
I don't mind doing it. I'm not happy about it.
No, I can understand that. I'm sorry. But it's pretty much that. Piss off the Blue Suns or try to fight that vessel of theirs, which Tremilia has assured me we can't do.
Just remember who it was that took out that sniper. She says, like, gesturing to, like, the where it was that you had that nasty injury.
Yeah, he still feels it occasionally when we go to Omega. It's like, that really hurt.
Could have hurt more, she says, and kind of, like, goes back to the cockpit, like, storms back to the cockpit, removing herself from the conversation to set, like, things in the just calibration and angry typing.
He's doing some calibrations. He
Do
just
all
squares
the
herself away
calibrations.
to do some calibration.
Yes.
She really is a Turian.
But I mean, if we give the guy the information, he seems alright. Do we have to kill him? I said I wasn't gonna be involved in his murder.
This is our job, unless he posits a more interesting plan. If he knows that we're sent there to kill him and pays more and gives...
My job is to keep the ship flying.
There's also
I'm
the
not gonna kill
part where
anyone for you guys.
Winnie, I understand your concerns, and I send her over reports from the non-criminal organizations that have seen that symbol that he's associated with and have all reported being attacked by that. This guy is in water with he's making deals with people that are definitely shady.
Yeah, but so are we.
I can't argue against that.
Oh, that was good. Good.
That's true, but we're targeting someone else who's shady, so I guess that evens it out. Look, I know you said you were against this if this guy turns out to be a legitimate guy, but he's clearly not a legitimate guy. A lot of innocent people have been attacked by this organization that he is associated with one way or another. Whether it's making trade deals or passing them on information or whatever. He's clearly not a nice guy.
I'll turn to Cracks and what do you think?
Cracks just shrugs. Hey, he ain't a good guy, but he did pay us a lot of money. But we might be getting more money.
Cracks, this guy was associated with the Eclipse. I'm strongly doubting right now that it's the Volus that we met on the Citadel that paid us a crap ton of money.
Cracks kind of, puts his hand up and,
Eclipse people are good, but they don't get to control a local part of the Blue Suns. I'm pretty sure even Eclipse would pull that off.
If it is the Volus we've already had contact with, he would recognize us and most likely start an ulterior form of communication.
We would also recognize
having
him
to
at
kill
that
him.
point.
If it was that Volus, he would most likely pay us to survive, and more likely attack the Batarian that hired the hit in the first place.
Yeah, remember, I did also reach out to that contact that we had when we were still on the Citadel. So either that Volus wants to get rid of his other Volus friend, because there were two other Volus that this guy was dealing with. It could be one of his friends that is now out to kill him, for whatever reason. I don't know. You know how criminal organizations are. Someone falls out of grace and suddenly they get killed. Either way, I think our best bet would be to actually go on with this now.
I agree.
I'll do it. I'm not gonna help you kill him.
I believe the first step would
That's
be
fair.
establishing communication.
That I can do.
And I'll get up and walk away.
Did you go on the bridge?
No! Every day, me and Tremmy get more and more bitchy. Yeah, earlier was she
There's
called
going to be
me
a cat fight in the bridge one day, and Callum's going to sell the images on the extranet for a pretty penny.
I'm gonna blow her brain off with biotic powers.
That's some what's that magazine called? Fornax or whatever, right?
Shit.
That's some hardcore Fornax right there. So anyways, so all right, anything else? Are you guys just gonna how are you approaching this?
That is a very good question.
Cattle should establish communications on behalf of Winnie.
Directly to him. How are you going to establish those communications? Again, you do have the report, like I said, in that quick little bundled package. You do have the report of the whereabouts of where you expect the ship to be, and not just around the Omega, but actually outside of Omega, around where you think it would be.
Cattle, honestly, I would just be like, listen, we heard you're looking for a Quarian who was the survivor of X ship. We have that Quarian if you would like to speak with her. Out of game. Like just to
Yeah,
brainstorm us how
that's
to
pretty
play it.
much what I'm thinking. It's like, hey, we have the person you're looking for. We know that you were looking for someone for the eclipse and how that went sideways.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to help you out with that.
Okay. So you're more or less going to try to fly your ship out to that direction and try to send that communication over there, because like you don't currently have a link, an uplink, or any form of like how are you trying to contact this person that you don't know where they are?
Yeah, that's
So
the thing I'm worried about.
you could travel to the area and try to find them, and then once you find the ship, contact that ship directly. But like it's not like you have an exact code of like a way to communicate them. You don't have the frequency or whatever.
Yeah,
Their email address.
that's
Don't have the.
I don't know how they would do that in universe normally. That's the thing. Like I can come up with all
Yeah,
sorts of
I
things.
think that one of us would know how to do that in universe, but
Could I roll a lore check or something? Because that would seem like something we might be able to know as characters.
You
but
are the
some
communications officer.
Well, but the thing is,
Yeah.
like, so the whole idea is that he's gone dark, right? So he's not easy to find. So in universe, out of universe, somebody's gone dark. You have to
Oh,
find a way
goddammit,
to
not
find
again.
them. So you can roll a lore check for me to give you like some sort of a hint.
Cool, because
The luck
you just went in Udip and Sky froze again. But I'll roll a lore check.
Sure.
Ooh, the luck pool.
Okay. So when you use the when you could try to like think of a way to do it, one of the things that you do recall them saying is it's believed he does still have friends within the eclipse. So theoretically, somebody within the eclipse themselves know how to contact him. But unless you actually fly over to that area and physically search for the ship, that you have an idea of where it is. There's no way you're going to be able to just randomly find the frequency somewhere. You're going to have somebody that either knows it, or you're going to have to find the ship to contact them directly.
So you're gonna have to talk to.
I'm gonna walk down to engineering then.
Sure.
She wants to talk to the head honcho himself.
Mm-hmm. So you walk down to engineering.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a word with Winnie.
When he's having a really good day, things have gone extremely smoothly. She's been able to recalibrate the entire balancing for the heat and it's been a productive day. You know, she's not sure she put anything extra in her coffee, but it feels like there was.
Things looking good down here now.
Thank
At
you.
least, good for the ship that we're flying.
The ship is fine.
I did want to ask something briefly. You mentioned when we met you that you were here for the eclipse, right?
I mean, yeah, I took a small job for them to get what we were getting, and then we sold it to somebody else instead. So that's what we did.
Yeah, do you reckon you have any friends in the eclipse or contacts that I might be able to use?
Scott, do I?
I mean, yeah, sure. You actually do have some. I mean, most of the people that you worked with directly died, on that mission. But you actually do have friends. Like, how did you get in there in the first place? It wasn't like they just randomly grabbed you. Somebody grabbed you for a reason, so on and so forth. So yes, you do have friends there.
I could probably get a hold of somebody, yeah?
Good. It was mentioned to me that this Binktar has friends in the eclipse still. And if we're trying to help this guy clear his name or whatever to get people off his back, I imagine his friends would probably want to help with that. And they would get in good graces with him. So maybe you could reach out to someone or tell me someone that I could reach out to, and then we might be able to get in touch with our friend through them.
Sure. Scott, do you want me to connect roll?
Yes, but I'm going to allow a +2 on this roll. Because
Okay.
this is like an easy one for you.
What attribute?
My apologies. Charisma. Okay. So you reach out to whoever it is that you can that you knew from before. You're kind of like, hey, listen, we knew each other before. Hey, guess what? I actually survived that thing. I had some questions or whatnot because I want to get some information, give some information, but don't want to die. It's one of those you're trying to set it up to the best of your ability to not be in danger. And the person responds to you honestly, didn't even realize that you would have been dead. So you're fine.
Oh.
So So they're going to come to meet up with you. The person that comes to meet up with you is actually going to be a human. So he's going to come and he's going to sit with you at some sort of establishment. Is anybody going to watch this, or do you go there by yourself, or how does this play out?
Cracks would volunteer to just be a bodyguard. Make sure
I'd
she doesn't get kidnapped.
watch from afar as well.
I'll be in the background, yeah.
Okay,
So we're all there.
everybody's spying on you. Everybody,
Aside from Tremmy, her actual friend.
everybody, do me a favor and roll me your
What do you mean, actual friend? Are we not
I don't
actually
know,
friends?
I feel like considering that I'm willing to bait you, I think that may have put a bit of a divide.
Well then,
stealth,
I think
stealth,
that
charisma,
might-
everybody.
Have some difficulty there.
Not Aaron.
okay.
Yeah, is Cracks really hiding though if he's going as a bodyguard?
It's up to you.
Alright, I magic has to like with me.
It's up
Yeah,
to you.
Cracks can be beside him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll it anyways just to see how I roll. But
Oh.
man,
I
Fuck you
taught
guys are
Paddle how to
good
sneak.
rolls. This is why I don't sneak. Because everyone else does.
Yeah.
Waiting for you.
Oh,
No,
I'm gonna be
I'm gonna-
beside them.
Okay, I thought you said you're gonna roll just.
Oh, I'm gonna roll anyways.
See.
Yeah, see? It would have been awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the person
This is
comes
why
to
he's
meet
next
with
to
you,
her.
they come over and they sit down. They're kind of like, "Hey, I thought we were grabbing drinks."
We are. This is my friend. This is Cracks.
Cracks like puts his hand out.
Cracks. This is
Person, nice to meet you, person.
Steve.
He'll shake your hand. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Steve."
Cracks is like, that's 2 for 4. The same as like his mind, he has a score sheet.
Yep. So he's like, is he going to stands there and look like he is about to break me in half, or is he going to sit down and have drinks with us? He says
Yes.
to you, looking at Cracks.
Cracks answers yes to both questions. Just
When he nods. Like happily.
Well, then have a seat. I the first round's on me. Does Cracks sit?
how big are the stools?
You're at Omega.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, he
I
grabs
don't
like.
think we needed to all be here in stealth for this.
Yeah. So
But we're here anyway.
anyways,
Yeah,
whether or
shame
not
me.
they would have looked around for you guys, Cracks is a big enough distraction that it more or less gave like his perception a penalty. So the likelihood of finding you with those great rolls is pretty slim. So he'll go over and he'll get like a round of drinks, and he'll get like a drink for Winnie, which is a Quarian safe, extremely light alcoholic beverage. He'll get himself a what is it? A very futuristic Bud Light, made with the same exact used rice that garbage Bud Light uses now. And he orders Cracks an extremely large bottle of something very strong that he has no idea what it is. He's like, that big one, is that strong enough? No? That big one. Yeah, that one. And he brings that over and puts it in front of Cracks. Cracks, this is a drink that generally isn't drank by your kind. It's usually a Volus beverage with their ammonia-based atmosphere. It is something that usually only they can consume. Being a Krogan, you can actually consume it. It just, leaves
gonna
some
taste
heartburn. Yeah. It's just some...
Because Cracks is being political, he'll drink it and just be like, "Thanks, guy.
yeah.
I'll get the next round."
Oh God. So he's sitting there and he's like, "So Winnie, and you know that Steve is what his job is he's actually like a programmer. He's somebody that kind of hangs back and writes a bit of code that other people bring out on missions and whatnot. He's not somebody that usually goes out into an area where he can get shot. He's just kind of like he's an egghead. So so he's like, "So where have you been?"
I'll just tell him the whole story.
Oh,
Like,
spill the
as I'm playing-
beans.
Yeah, no, I was like, there was a weaponized like virus that was there, and it attacked my suit, and attacked everyone else there. Everyone else died. These guys came along. I went with them. We sold the intel to the Blue Suns, and now I'm meeting up with you guys.
I like how there was a pause. Like, do I tell him that bit?
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
do.
that bit. The story doesn't make sense without it.
It doesn't.
So you tell him the whole story. You just
Yeah.
unload everything. And
God.
and this takes a few rounds. So now you're all tipsy. Because you've had a few rounds, and so he's like listening.
Get
to
him
the story.
blackout drunk so he
And-
won't remember.
Because he's an egghead, I'll offer to show him like the logs of like me, the virus like attacking my suit and me fixing it.
He's gonna be actually very
Like I
interested
imagine
by
like
that.
yeah, I'll actually like handle like send him like copies of that like me trying to fight with this thing.
He's
'Cause
like,
I imagine like there's like command lines. Like,
I
you can
actually
save it.
was briefed on this. This was supposed to come to us a couple months ago. We were supposed to we were building a program to learn how to not counter this program, but on ships there's an IFF, something that would allow something that would what did you order me? He says, looking up at Cracks.
It's just like, I don't know, a human on a bottle with like a massive cannon or something.
Nice. So he's sitting there and he's like, it was supposed to be something that would tell the program that, hey, not me. But we never got the thing to finish the work. So we never finished ours. But then one day I went to go and check things out. My desk, it was we were out and I thought of something and I went back to my desk. My office was, things were missing and knocked down and it was gone. It was gone. It's the people that were in charge of the task. The people that were in charge of the task, they had changed. I wasn't reporting to the same people anymore. That was, like I said, a couple months ago. So I haven't seen my program since.
So we heard this guy was looking for information
Oh,
on this,
yeah, him. Hictar.
but we can't really get a hold of him.
Yeah.
So-
He he's not there anymore, but he the ship that you described, that's his. It was, I didn't know who he was or his name, but I know the ship, and I did a couple of little jobs on it, so I might have that frequency. Oh God. Are you moving a lot, or do I just have the spins already? Because
Hey,
I think
buddy,
I need
you
to sit
lay
down.
Yeah.
He's sitting, mind you.
Yeah. Cracks like looks over at Winnie. Should we just take him to the ship? And Cracks just like picks the guy up. It's like,
Whew, I feel like a baby.
yeah.
New crew member!
Yay!
Kidnap Steve.
Yeah,
Four
we just
more and we can man a
take
new ship.
him to the ship, I guess.
Okay, you carry Steve to the ship, and at one point in time, he actually leans over Cracks' shoulder and vomits. It's
Cracks is used to that.
it's chunky.
Was that on the ship or on the way to the ship?
On the way to the ship, but it does get on the
Good.
as Cracks is walking on the back of his right leg, like his calf to back to the heel area gets a little moist. It's a
I
little
mean, he's
chunky.
wearing armor, so he probably doesn't feel it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but
Usually it's
you're
covered in
Um,
viscera,
spreading
so
puke into the house.
I was about to say, I imagine
Well,
Cracks just
well,
walks
yeah.
up to a Fortia, rubs his leg on him, and just stomps him and just keeps walking.
Cracks is going to suggest that Winnie take his comms and just message someone, maybe his bodyguard that's definitely watching us,
All right, we'll do.
that we're bringing him to the ship because he's drunk.
Hi, whoever's listening. We have Steve. We're just gonna bring him back to the ship to sleep for the night. He's fine. No need
He's
to
just
worry.
gonna-
duck
How are
He's
you?
fine.
How are you guys? Hope your day's going really well.
Would you like to hear the story of what I've been up to the past few months?
roll me a talk charisma check
Oh.
as you try to pull a Han Solo.
Oh dear.
It's not even a Han Solo.
How,
It's
how are,
It's not
how are
even
you?
worse than a Han Solo.
Not bad.
Not bad, not
No, 5 is bad.
Now the Eclipse are gonna invade us.
bad. Okay. So,
Um,
so you guys make your way back to the ship. The other two, which are being discreet, eventually tail you backwards. The two of you do me a favor. Roll for me perception wisdom, or perception charisma checks. Your choice.
Yes, please.
Tell me which one you're rolling.
Charisma, and I fail horribly.
Okay.
Atari doesn't.
So you don't notice anything while you're traveling back, probably because you're so like, why are they bringing him back to our ship? This is bad. You're kind of looking in your own head.
Question,
Okay.
class, yes.
Okay, that's fine. They're bringing him back to the ship. How can I spin this? Like you're in your head, kind of like planning the next 3 steps out. Entourage, however, as you're traveling along, the two of you are not side by side in tow or anything like that. You're nearby each other, of course, of comms, but you're kind of watching things. You do notice that there are a few people moving along in that direction. One of them happens to be a very, very quiet-seeming. Honestly, I'll tell you, she just rolled a 10, and Asari is moving along, so you just barely caught her. But another one, which is far, far, far more obvious, there is a Krogan that's kind of like walking down the hall, trying to find. There was actually a 6 to notice that one. So Cattle's kind of in his own mind, but you notice the two of them are making their way along, following your friends. How it is that you choose to handle this situation, don't worry about that for 5 minutes when we come back from our break. So we will see everybody shortly. Get your drinks, do what you gotta do, and we'll see you in a moment. Bye.
Bye. We're gonna die.
Yeah.